Earlier today, I was trying to think of what I could do for a YouTube video, and I couldn't think of anything. So I decided, let's just watch some older videos I already made. Apparently, other YouTubers oftentimes do that, and it could actually be kind of funny. So, without any further delay, let's dive in right now. Let's start with the very first, commentary style video on this channel that I uploaded.
I'm bringing it back for this one.
This is back in 2021.
Videos, discussion videos. Back in August 2019, it was announced that Nickelodeon back Outfield. It was a big story and
I don't know what's worse, like the editing or like the lack of a microphone. Because I wasn't even using a microphone in this video, but the editing was like...
made a video about it on an old channel I had, and that channel was now deleted. But nevertheless, it's kind of a thing for me to make videos about the new Garfield movie that was announced a while ago.
One thing, as someone who's been consistently editing videos for the past 3 or 4 or 5 years, that's sticking out to me right now when watching this, is how I didn't have a background. I just had the pictures, no matter what aspect ratio they're in, zooming in, as you can see.
That's why I'm making this video.
Like right there, it's not in the actual aspect ratio of a YouTube video, but it's just in the video, zooming in.
It's been announced as a new voice actor of Garfield in the upcoming Garfield movie that'll be put on the big screen. Chris Pratt was also recently announced as the voice of Mario in an untitled Mario movie that'll be releasing next year.
And we know how well that went. Man, that casting had such a backlash. But honestly, it wasn't too bad in the movie, in my opinion.
I'm not gonna judge either voice performances until I can actually hear them, but in my opinion, Garfield seems like a character that suits Chris Pratt more than Mario.
I said that, but yeah, I still have yet to see the Garfield movie. Apparently, it wasn't very good, and probably isn't going to be getting a sequel, I don't think. I don't think it even made much money, but... I still haven't even seen that movie. So I still cannot even judge the voice acting performance, but it probably wasn't that good. Let's watch this one. The very first SpongeBob episode review on this channel. Oh, my old intro. Oh, this is the funny thing about my old intro animation. If you pause right there, you can tell, I think it went on for 10 or 15 videos. I had a typo. Instead of spelling videos V-I-D-E-O-S, it was V-I-D-O-E-S. I didn't even notice. Man, I was such a professional YouTuber back then. Still not having a background in these videos.
Stop motion run in 2012 out on TV.
That was a good stop motion episode, by the way.
There was Scoons on the
so I had
back in 2018
transition though.
That was advertised as a Christmas special title.
So still no background, but that was a pretty cool transition. I don't really do transitions very often in my videos, but they do kind of add to the editing sometimes. Maybe I should do slide transitions more.
But it really wasn't.
Oh yeah, so, that was my old avatar or whatever, before the pickle that basically the pickle was created back in 2019, but I stopped using it for a couple years, but that was my old, human avatar. Let me see if I can pause it. It didn't look very good, neither does the pickle one, but the pickle one is supposed to be simplistic, and the idea of it, because basically back in 2019 when I created the pickle avatar that I use, I basically created it as kind of a sketch. Just a super little sketch that I made, I don't know, in the middle of class or whatever in 9th grade. And so the style is kind of just, unprofessional, silly little sketch of a pickle that someone would make in a notepad or whatever. And let's watch some of these shorts. This one, I have no clue why this one even blew up. It was just a very low definition, very low quality video of me washing my bike. I don't even know why it got so many views, bro. This is pretty good. Back in 2019.
How bad experiences make you better than the moment themselves. Don't let times in your knockdown define you. At the time, you may be experiencing a new
the TikTok thing.
But that leaves you with a chance to rise again, even higher than last time. Thing. 1 step back, 2 steps forward.
That's actually a pretty good message.
Yo, 50 subscribers, that's
I made that back when I got 50 subscribers on YouTube. That was a pretty funny short. That was at school, the high school that I went to. And was it staged? Was it not staged? I will never reveal if I actually accidentally broke that soap dispenser. For reasons. KCA 2022 news and details. Oh, I actually have a couple stories about this video. So, the first story is... wow, 3.6 thousand views, that's crazy. But Full story is when I made this video, the day that I edited it was like the same day that I ended up like getting sick. Like I had like a stomach bug or something that day. So that I kind of associate that video being that like it's basically the video that I made when I wasn't feeling good. And I didn't know I wasn't feeling good until later that afternoon. And also I was live streaming once like half a year ago or a year ago on this channel. And someone went into my chat and said, "Hey, I really love that video that you made about the Kids' Choice Awards." And I was like, "Really? That was like 3 years ago." I'm surprised that, like, wow, that's a throwback. I forgot I even made that video. Let me watch it, see if it actually holds up.
The KCA's out back, and there's tons of stuff to talk about, so let's dive in right now.
So the audio quality, like my microphone quality, still sounded pretty bad. I didn't ever like actually start using a professional microphone like I do now until like a year ago, but it was a good investment that I eventually made. But I noticed in this video I do have background music. I don't usually do that, but it can actually make a video a bit better if you make a video using background music sometimes.
It's going to be hosted by American actress, producer, and singer Miranda Cosgrove and American football player Rob Gronkowski. You can vote for the KCA's now in the link in the description
that's actually
below
good
this
edit.
video. And there
That's pretty cool. A stock video of like someone like typing on a computer that I decided to use in that video. That's pretty cool. Is the Loud House canceled? Okay, so this was one of those topics that I made like multiple videos about back then when I was just making exclusively cartoon news videos. And it became kind of like an entire saga on my channel. Because there were theories at the time that the Loud House was getting canceled, and I was making videos about it, and then the Casa Grandes got canceled, and yeah.
So there's a theory floating around on the internet that the Loud House is getting canceled. But could it be true? Let's dive in right now. With a 2-segment brand new episode, The Loud House will begin airing its 6th season on February 23rd. It may have already happened depending on when you're watching this video. The word on the street
I wonder if it already happened yet.
online is that season 6 will be the final season of the series. One of the reasons given to back up this theory...
Man, that was an awful cut in terms of like voice recordings, because you can really tell though. Oftentimes I will like combine voice recordings, like I'll have to go back in and re-record a line if I don't think it sounded as good as it could have. But with that one, it's very obvious.
Tunes is basically Nickelodeon's dumping ground of shows they don't care about.
It's true, it really is the dumping ground for shows that Nickelodeon just doesn't care about anymore.
This could be because the new series Middlemost Post seems to be picking up more views than The Loud House recently.
And then that show got cancelled. Thank you, Nickelodeon. Now this video, for whatever reason, became my most popular, most viewed video. 10,000 views. Coast Sonic Returns. And what's funny is when I made this video, I made it kind of like sarcastically. Like, it was kind of like a meme somewhat. Like, I made it kind of jokingly. SFPD! That was such an awful design. Can't believe they even wanted to go with that.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Cartoon Post. It appears the old Sonic movie design is officially back in action. Back when the first Sonic movie was announced, it was revealed that Sonic was given a new character design that would become mocked and memed by people on the internet because of its
I mean, of course it got mocked and memes. Like, just look at it. Look at that terrible thing. Oh hey, my first ever reaction video.
Hey, what's up guys? So Swirl's Revenge is a upcoming video game that's going to be released on consoles, old-gen consoles, not really, I don't know if
Man, I was so awkward in that video. Like, you could tell that I was not at all used to making videos where I film myself. But, like, I still don't really do face cam videos that often because I merely make videos with scripts, and you can't really, at least I can't really make a video with a script if I'm filming myself, because otherwise it would be like, when I'm talking, I'm just gonna be like staring down or whatever at the script, and it's kind of an awful way to make a video. Some people are able to make videos where it's like a face cam and they're also reading a script and have it not seem obvious at all. I can't do that, but you can tell in this video like how awkward I was like filming myself. It was back in like 2021, I think.
I didn't know it was going to be on the PS4 and Xbox One.
So, it was a while ago.
A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Not only is it a licensed game, but it's also going to be a retro-style video game. And I think that's pretty cool. Licensed games.
I was
tend to
saying
get
that
kind of a
as someone who
bad rap,
didn't even have
although
a console that I would be able to play the game on, I think that's pretty cool. I say, like, while having no plans or even ability to play that game.
series and
Took me like 2 minutes to get to the actual reaction vote. Jeez.
looks pretty sick. Ah, nice.
Horrible reaction. Looks pretty sick. Ah, nice. Huh. Cool. That's like a Sniper Wolf type reaction, bro. Oh yeah, the cereal saga. Like a few years ago, a couple years ago, there were these rumors that all these cereal brands were making people sick and whatnot. And in retrospect, the whole thing was pretty funny. And then like a year or so after making a bunch of videos with my buddy Cybor about those rumors and whatnot about the cereals making people sick, we then made a video about a headline that was in the news. This was last year, but like it was in the news that like there was this very unhealthy like chemical or whatever found in basically every American cereal. I made like this entire video being like, ha, see, I told you cereals making people sick. Told you there was stuff in the cereal. But in actuality, it's pretty funny looking back on it because like the headline was basically cereal is bad for you. As if people didn't already know that. We're correct to be suspicious of General Mills. I just didn't imagine something like this would come out involving a huge amount of other oat-based products and brands of cereal. And it's something like this. Bro. It's kind of one of those... I act like... I was acting so dramatic in this video, like... So you are correct about something, but you wish you were not correct. Anyways, I was talking about it as if the CEO of General Mills, like, modeled the guy. I mean, like, I guess you could say that, like, all the chemicals in our food is, like, slowly modeling, like, all of us, but, like, how dramatically I was talking about it, bro. When I found out about this news, I recorded a segment for this video with SMG29, who was in some of my previous videos I made about General Mills. Here is that segment. The fact that I made multiple videos about General Mills too is just like so funny. Like, not many people can say that not only do they have a YouTube channel where they just mainly talk about like SpongeBob, but also not many people can say that on that very same channel they've had an entire series of videos that they made talking about Lucky Charms.
Okay. Stupid one.
No, but hold up. But you
That's
and
both
me,
of us,
like
actually.
2 years ago, made like 3 or 4 videos talking about cereal supposedly like making people sick and stuff, and now
3 or
it's
4
officially
videos. Yeah, for real.
declared in the news that a dangerous chemical.
And it never even got recounted, bro. Like, the headline was just that cereal is bad for you. Something literally everyone already knew.
Found in like 80% of or 80 like Americans, or a ton of Americans that like
I didn't even know the percent. I didn't even know what I was talking about, bro.
eating Cheerios. Like, this is officially declared now. We were both correct.
Officially declared now. We were both
It's
correct.
like some sort of like puberty blocker or something. Something like gross. Like, exactly, like, bro.
It was
like,
pretty funny.
Dude, and remember when you and me made those videos and like some people were like thinking like, oh, like, this isn't actually a big deal or whatever?
Was it? In retrospect, 3 years later, who was correct? Me or everyone saying it's not really a big deal?
I was about to have freaking frosted flakes.
Dang. Well, this is with Cheerios, but
Dang.
this is also General Mills. So I really still do not trust General Mills because like, well, if they're doing like
I don't trust
weird
any big
stuff,
company,
like,
but
putting sweets,
not
like,
for the same
chemicals
reason
or
as
whatever, in, like,
in this video.
Cheerios, what else like are they putting like in their other brands? Like, you should pat yourself on the back, and I should pat myself on the back and say that we should like gloat
Good
about
job,
like, how
Cartoon
we
Post.
were both correct. We knew it. We knew that General Mills
I knew it.
was
We knew
crappy and putting gross stuff
Yeah.
in your cereal.
I didn't really have cereal much anymore because I knew that the milk that I have at my house, it tastes kind of weird now. Like,
I mean, it's so disrespectful, like, bro was drinking expired milk? That sounded so funny, bro. Like, none of us knew how funny that sounded at the time, but...
because I knew that the milk that I have at my house, it tastes kind of weird now.
Because the milk that I have at my house tastes kind of weird now. I gotta ask him. I should call him up and be like, yo, I think that milk you're drinking, it might be expired. He won't even remember what it's in reference to, but he'll be like, what?
Hello?
Joel, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think that milk is expired.
Wait, what?
Well, this video was definitely a experience. My older videos, looking back on them, were not anywhere near as bad as I remembered them being. I am a little bit harsh sometimes looking back on some of the older videos that I made. The main thing is my editing wasn't as good as, in my opinion, it is now. And I was using, well, for a while, I wasn't even using a microphone, and then the microphone that I got was like a pretty low quality, like $25 or $50 microphone. Unlike this one, which costs like $200 on Amazon. But yeah, this was a pretty interesting video looking back on my older videos, and I hope it was so entertaining, even though the videos that I made in the past were not necessarily like atrociously bad. It wasn't like making me go like, I can't believe I said that, I can't believe, or anything like that, but I don't know, it was a pretty entertaining and interesting experience. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all the subs and stuff I've been getting. By the time that I upload this video, I believe I will have already done like a live stream or whatever to celebrate 2,000 subs, because I'm basically going to be uploading this video like probably a week after I like make it or whatever, because I have like multiple other videos I want to upload before this one. But yeah, thank you so much for all the subs and like likes and everything. It's crazy to me that I even have more than 45 subs. Even that is crazy to think that 45 people liked my content enough to sub and watch my videos. It's crazy. Cartoon Post out.